1941, a state of war.
What General Vagon had called the Battle of France was over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills.
Hey guys and gals, this is Alden for the Mosin Crate. This is going to be a really long video. We've got a lot to go over. We've got rifles, we've got surplus ammunition from World War II, Vietnam, things like that. We've got bayonets from both World Wars. There's accessories. There's just a lot to go over here. First things first, though, I can't answer any sales-related questions, including how much are they and where can I buy them, because YouTube will delete the video. But if you go into rumble.com and search for The Mosin Crate without any spaces between The Mosin or Crate, you'll find the same video on there where I can and do answer those questions. So this first group, these are all rifles. I would say got about 9 of them there. This top one is in fact not a real rifle. This is a Paris-done Mark I training rifle. I believe these were made for the Navy and the Marines during World War II. It was a non-firing, non-real rifle. And then we have a Mannlicher. This is an M95 carbine made in Hungary, Budapest Arsenal. And then I believe this is a Type 38 or a Type 38 trainer. It's a Japanese Arisaka. The bore on it is in horrendous shape. It is missing parts, as you can see, but it's got a really nice stock on it. So I would say this is probably a parts rifle. And then we have an Argentine Mauser here. And both of these Argentine Mausers have had their stocks worked on over the years, it looks like. This is another Argentine Mauser. And then we have a Spanish Mauser. There's really not many markings on this one at all. Say that's closer to shooter grade than anything. And I believe this is the mid-length Type 38 carbine. But as you can see, the stock's been altered on it. The bolt has been altered on it. But it's got a full mum, and whoever was supposed to deface the mum defaced the markings instead. So I'm not sure if someone had too much sake or what the reasoning behind that was. But that's a nice rifle. And then we have a Lee Enfield Jungle carbine. This is actually a legitimate jungle carbine. You see the almost, I don't know, it's almost like stone. A lot of those rubber over the years turns to stone, but it's got the original butt pad on there. And there's actually some nice tiger striping, some light tiger striping notes in that stock on both sides. Then we have an M48. I believe this may be an M48A because I think the trigger guard on it is stamped. But as you can see, this is one of the field converted snipers that was imported by Century years back. Don't see those too often. Yugoslavian Mauser and 8mm. Two swords here are both Japanese. I believe they're parade swords, but they are World War II era Japanese swords. Top one is the nicer one. The bottom one has more wear. And then these are all M14 stocks. And from my eyes, they are actual U.S. military surplus M14 stocks. As you can see, all of them have the shoulder rest there that folds out. And these come in pairs, so 2 stocks each. The only one that does not have the butt plate on it is the bottom one here. Most all of them have the little selector switch inlet in the stock there on the side, and most of them have the proof mark somewhere at the wrist. Now I say most, not all of them, but most of them do. And there's some helmets also. Nothing super special here. Up top we have an M1 US helmet. It's got the cat eye band on the back, or on the helmet itself. I think this one's probably a Korean War era because it is a rear seam helmet and the bales for the strap are not fixed. So this is probably a late or post-war shell. It's got some texture to it. I don't know if that's the original cork texture. I imagine that's probably the sand paint. Either way, really nice looking helmet. And I believe this is a Russian post-World War II Type 40 helmet, an SSH 40. This one's probably a larger size. That's in really nice shape too, almost unissued it looks like. There are some scuffs on it just from transport, but that's a nice one. And then we have a Gulf War Desert Storm era helmet. I think this one is from 1989, so it is a Kevlar helmet. It's got the woodland camo cover on it, and see if I can show you the date. Yeah, 1989. Really nice display helmet. Obviously, being this old, the Kevlar is probably not going to work like it would have originally worked, but... And then we have some M7 bayonets. So these would have gone on the M16 around the Vietnam War era. Got 4 of these. I'd say these are all field grade. They've definitely been used. One of them has been lightly sharpened. We'll just take them out of the sheaths here so you can kind of scabbard rather and see what they look like. This bottom one here is one that's been sharpened. I'm going to show you all of these with them outside of their scabbard, if they have a scabbard, and then we'll look at each one individually here in a second. Marine Corps bolo there, if you're wondering what that big one was. So these are Nazi German parade bayonets. I'm not sure if these are the faux antler grips or if they're real antler or not, but they are unit marked. This one does not have a scabbard, neither does the second one. These are probably both police units. Not sure if they're military police or not. Interesting fact, during World War II, the Germans referred to the military police as chain dogs because they wore the gorget around their neck, and I'm guessing the normal military did not really like them that much. And then we have a World War I German bayonet. This one has been sharpened, but it's still a pretty cool bayonet. It's got the scabbard and everything for your Gewehr 98. You know, I quite forget the model name on this one. It's some type of Hewer bayonet for the, or not bayonet, almost like a machete, really. I believe it's for the RAD or another labor group. This, I gotta tell you, this scabbard is heavy. You could probably beat someone to death with this scabbard alone if you lost your knife. Very, very well made. Parade bayonet. We have a Hitler Youth knife. I believe this one is a reproduction. I can't tell. It looks very salty. It looks good, but I'm pretty sure it's a reproduction. I don't know much about these. And then we have an Argentine Mauser bayonet. This one, again, does not have a scabbard. If you don't see a scabbard below it, it doesn't come with a scabbard. This one's pretty salty, but still in decent shape. And then we have an M1 Garand bayonet, so this is a longer one. Most of them were cut down or made shorter, post about 1942, 1943. This one has the brown grips. Then we have a trowel bayonet. This is for the Springfield. Oh my gosh. I'm drawing a blank, guys. I can't know and remember everything. I will fully admit that. Krag Jorgensen. That's what I was thinking. I believe it's for the Krag. Got one of those. No scabbard with that, but it's in nice shape. Another Mauser bayonet here. We have a Yugoslavian M48 bayonet. You've seen those before. That one's in great shape. Has the matching scabbard. This M7 bayonet, as you can see, is bent. That's nothing you can't unbend with like a vise or something like that. And then we have the United States Marine Corps Bolo. This one, at least the scabbard, is dated 1944. It's in really rough, salty shape, but it's pretty cool. Definitely been used. Polish AK bayonet. And we have I believe this is a Camillus. This is a survival knife, usually what they would issue to U.S. pilots during, I believe, the Korean and Vietnam War. I think it has the sharpener in that pouch as well, a little sharpening stone. Blade itself is in kind of nasty shape, but that's a pretty cool piece of Vietnam War history. This first group, these are all belt buckles, and this one comes with the belt. This is a Hitler Youth belt. In really nice shape. You can see the markings on the inside there. I am not an expert with this stuff, guys. I do not know a whole lot, so I am not going to guarantee the authenticity of these, but I am going to show you every square inch of all of this memorabilia so you can kind of, if you know what you're looking for, then you'll know, I guess is the best way to put it. Luftwaffe bayonet, gosh, long day. Luftwaffe belt buckle, so an Air Force belt buckle. Here, belt buckle, so just your normal Army belt buckle. The top left one, as I was yammering on there, is a medic's belt buckle, and then the other one was a police unit belt buckle. So this next group here, we've got a World War II German wound badge. This, I believe, is from a Panzer crew member's either collar or hat. I don't think that's SS related. I think that's just tank related, armor related. We have a merit cross. Show you the back of this one here. This was an infantry assault badge. And then the Edelweiss with the swastika on it. I am told that these are political National Socialist Party pins that officers and infantry could wear on their hats. And we have another infantry assault badge, another black wound badge. Some of them are stamped steel, others are whole. And then I think this, again, I forget what that badge is for. This next group here, these are like, this is a Hitler Youth Vest from 1936. Yes, that was a thing. And we've got a 2 Reichsmark coin with Hindenburg on the opposite side. I think that one's from the late 30s. We have a Panzer Assault badge pin, very tiny. Looks like a Luftwaffe eagle. I'm not sure if that would come off of a hat or the front uniform or where that would come from. Forget what this one is for. I think it has to do with a women's league of some sort. Looks like an officer's hat emblem. I could not find any information on this button whatsoever. This could be a total fantasy piece or it could be real. It looks old anyways, but people have been faking German stuff since just after the war, so it wouldn't surprise me if it was fake. Just some other pins here. A lot of these pins like this one were given if you would donate. So like different groups would go around town and they would ask for donations, and in exchange they would give you pins and things like that. This is a Hitler Youth badge here. I think this is a merit badge of sorts. Not sure what this is off. Looks like a uniform. And this is a Women's National Socialist League. And then this is something to do with sports, I believe. It's like a sports merit badge or something like that. It looks a lot more hardcore than that. But so now that we've gotten through all the World War II German stuff, this next grouping here, this is a World War II U.S. flare launcher. I was about to call it a flamethrower for some reason. A flare gun, flare pistol. Very salty, but still works just fine. It's actually a nice shape. Salty may be a little extreme on grading that one, but. And then we have a cloth machine gun ammo belt. I'm not sure what machine gun this goes to. I think this is an M11 practice grenade for the maybe the M7 grenade launcher. I think it would be for the M1 Garand. And then we have a side holster. And the leather on this is actually really nice shape. Very supple leather on that. And then it had the 1911 magazine pouch. I'm unsure if that's an original pouch or not. It looks like it is, but it's almost in such nice shape that I want to say it's a reproduction. But I kind of think that's an original pouch. And it does come with two probably Korean or Vietnam War era U.S. surplus 1911 mags. And then we've got some M14 mags. I think there's 8 in all in this group. They're all in fully functional, I'd say very good surplus condition overall. And we've got a couple M1 Garand handguards. Nothing special about these. I'd say they're probably just solid, good shooter grade condition. But if you need an M1 Garand handguard, there you go. 1944 dated German P38 pistol holster. This one's definitely been used. I'm not sure if it's a bring back or what it is, but the stamps on the back are in still really nice shape, and the holster is fully functional. Moving into the ammo. Okay, so both of these are 100 round belts. The top belt are 30-06. And there's a little over 100 rounds on there, but we'll say there's 100 rounds, 30-06. It's a mixture. It looks like most of it is Lake City brass. And I think I did see one orange tracer round on there. There it is, right on the end. And then we've got a bunch of 308 blanks. I think there's about 100 308s on here. All this is surplus blank ammunition. Next group, this is something really cool. This is 308 100 round links still in the box and in the little carry pouch. So 200 rounds altogether. This one's unopened. I'm not going to open it. You kind of get the idea from the other one, but those are fresh out of the ammo can. And then we have some Greek HXP 303 ammunition. So if you're a Lee Enfield person, these are on the chargers, on the stripper clips. This is probably the nicest 303 surplus ammunition you're going to find anywhere. It's very sought after. It's very accurate. It's very clean shooting. It's just good ammunition. 5 rounds per charger. And per slot on the bandolier, there are 2 chargers, so 10 rounds per slot. And moving on, we've got some more 30-06. These are on stripper clips. All of this is your standard ball ammunition, except for this one 5-round clip of armor-piercing ammo. Most of this, if not all of it, should be Lake City, except for the armor-piercing. That may be a different head stamp, but everything else I'm seeing on here has the same primer sealant color, the red primer sealant, same markings. And we have some more 30-06 here. This is all, it looks like it's DEN 42 dated, so I'm not sure what DEN means. I don't think it would mean Denmark, but I'm guessing the 42 is for 1942. All this stuff, some of it's corroded. That one was 43, so you may find other dates on there. Some of it looks perfect condition. Others have that corrosion on there, so I'm not really sure what's going on. As with all surplus ammunition, I don't care what it is, treat it as collectible ammunition. You know, if you go out and shoot it and you experience any issues, or you're just looking it over and you see anything that may be questionable at all, discard it for display purposes only. It's surplus ammunition. Some of this stuff is, you know, 80, 90, 100 plus years old. So there's really no telling. And this is going to excite some of you because that is the original can, that is the original marking on the side. And if I can get all the cardboard out of the way, that is all armor piercing 30-06. I believe it's M2 is the designation. But that is a full can. You're the first people that are getting to see it. Just literally just opened it. I'm going to move all of this out of the way so we can check the second row. All the head stamps are the same. Yep. Got some light tarnishing on it just from being in the can over the years, but still in nice shape. And then we have some 30-06. And I know it says blank on the side of there, but these are not blanks. These are all standard. I think it's Lake City, more LC marked 30-06 on M1 Garand in block clips. This stuff all looked really clean. And a lot of them came with these, a lot, not all, but a lot of them came with, let me put the camera down here. Came with these little cardboard sleeves on the inside, a little late round, just something neat. And there's 4 bandoliers. And then all of this is Vietnam War era, so all of it's going to date from the early 1970s, anywhere from probably around 73 to 75. 5.56, this is M183, or M193. 5.56 ammunition. All of it is on the 10-round stripper clips. And as you can see, it looks as good as it did the day it came off the assembly line. Not very often you get to find stuff like this. There's plenty of new made M193 out there, and you know, there's plenty of surplus, but how often do you see it in the stripper clips, in the bandoliers, fresh out of a can from the Vietnam War? This one I haven't even opened yet, so you're going to see it as I see it. And then lastly in the video, this is some M1 carbine or 30 carbine ammunition. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. I'm going to hopefully have some more videos here soon. Imports have been extremely dry lately. That's why I've kind of reverted back to finding small collections here and there, because imports have not been sustaining the Mosin crate at all for a while. Unfortunately, we're going through a dry period. I was hoping it was going to turn around, but it seems like the drought continues for surplus. But I do have a couple things coming up in the near future, so if this didn't interest you, just keep watching. We'll have some more here soon. Thanks for watching.